OwDo. In this video I'd like to show you how to make the most important potion in KCD 2, that being the Saviour Schnapps. But as we all know, the Belladonna is a very rare resource and isn't exactly cheap to make, especially in the early game, because you will need the Saviour Schnapps in the early game. So if you come with me, I'll show you a nice little stash and the first place where it grows after leaving the pillories. So if we head past the bathhouse and the nice new barber tent, down here we'll come to this pond, and just over the other side of the pond we have our first spawning of Belladonna, which is this plant here. So if we gather this lot up, and this lot up, and this lot up, and this lot, well, you get the picture, I suppose. As you can see, after collecting all that just from there, we have 16 Belladonna, which is enough for 8 Saviour Schnapps potions. And one other thing I might add, just for a little bit of a buff early game, where this pond is, you'll find a nice little pot, and you'll get yourself a few bits and bobs. A couple for the old charisma bonuses, a few greshing, and some lockpicks. So we'll take all that lot. Right, as for the little stash of this Belladonna, what we want to do is come round the pond, and we need to find this little brook or beck or stream or babbling something or other. And if we head up here following the stream, coming up here, we'll eventually get to the source of the stream. Just up here. This is the source. Here it is on the map. The Gelov Spring. We've got ourselves this little bag. If we open this bag up, we'll find ourselves some more Belladonna. So we'll take all this and a strong Saviour Schnapps, and now we have 29, which was about 14 potions worth of Saviour Schnapps, which in the early game is pretty invaluable. Invaluable? Yeah, that'll do. Right, next up, let's go to an alchemy bench, because we need to find some nettles. If we head over to Troskovitz, right, here we are in Troskovitz. The next thing that we need is going to be the nettles, and there's plenty just here at the kind of the south end. Plenty of them. That collected, let's get ourselves to the alchemy table. Right, here we are at the alchemy table, and let's make ourselves some Saviour Schnapps. So, what we're going to need is one handful of nettles and 2 handfuls of Belladonna. Right, let's get to it. First of all, let's take the Venum. Add a handful of nettles to the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Remember, move it down first, then the sandglass. And the second turn. Off of the boil. Next, 2 handfuls of Belladonna. Chuck it in the mortar. Give it a grind. chuck it in the cauldron, move it down, and boil for 1 turn of the glass. Move it off the heat, grab a file, and decant. And there we have a strong Saviour Schnapps, and we've got 3 of them. So, there you go, that's how you make the Saviour Schnapps. And one thing I would recommend is probably to dry your belladonna out, because obviously it will spoil and it is a very rare commodity, although that by the pond will respawn eventually. But as long as you've got 1 fresh and 1 dry, and nettles being as common as they are, I would use them as the fresh ingredient, you'll still be able to make yourself some strong Saviour Schnapps, which I'm glad I had a drink, or not too much drink, because that'd be hard to say. But anyway, if you like what you see, do me a favour and give those buttons at the bottom of the screen a little tickle, and join me next time when I'm going to make the broken bane poison, which should make things a lot easier in the early game. Anyway, take it steady. I'll see you later.